Hello and welcome to the first ever virtual Be Your Own Boss Bowl. We have an exciting agenda for the day, so without further ado, let's start the show.
We have an idea competition that we hold here at Temple in the fall, and it's open across campus for all the colleges to participate in. We get lots of great ideas. From there, we like to see as many of those students as possible take their ideas forward and compete in the Be Your Own Boss Bowl. It certainly is our big event of the year, and it's a great opportunity to see participation from all across the university.
So a very important component of our program is the mentorship program. And mentorship can take place specifically for the Be Your Own Boss Bowl, but also anywhere along the line where a student identifies that they want to mentor.
While I was here at Temple, I got connected with the Entrepreneurship Institute through a friend, and I discovered this entire network of amazing people who are there to kind of help startups. I ended up entering into the Be Your Own Boss Bowl, and I actually ended up becoming a finalist and pitching my business, and I won second place. So I kind of got connected through IEI very organically, and it ended up being the best connection I've made here at Temple.
What we do is we base our focus on, number one, what the students want, but also what the market demands.
It's just a bunch of people who want to be more creative. We bring in a lot of speakers who have started everything from, larger technology companies down to small coffee shops.
Just the general willingness of everyone else in the entrepreneurship program to help each other even when there's nothing to gain for themselves has been a really cool environment to be a part of.
Just the fact that IEI has this competition, it's helped us to frame how we think about our business as it's moving forward. And it's also just a tremendous opportunity to get a little bit of money to help move us along.
The program is well supported from the business community. We have organizations like Beacon, which is a professional networking organization that's supported the competition for over 10 years. There's a lot of business experience and industry knowledge, personal interaction, tips that you can give to students that help them along the way. It's not a business competition for business students. It's for any student across campus.
Welcome to the Be Your Own Boss Bowl. My name is Ellen Weber, and I'm the Executive Director of the Innovation and Entrepreneurship Institute. BYOBB season is a time that feels full of promise for the future. Spring is beginning to bloom, the school year is nearing its end, students prepare to graduate, and our entrepreneurs enter their ventures in the Be Your Own Boss Bowl. A group of reviewers rate the submissions, and 12 finalists get the opportunity to pitch live in front of an expert judging panel and an audience of hundreds. Usually. This year, things look a lot different. Last month, when we received news that Temple would transition online for the remainder of the semester, we were 1 week away from the BYOBB submission deadline. We had plans for students to come in and meet with mentors, visit the IEI for last-minute feedback during office hours, and to spend days and nights in the 1810 Accelerator, finalizing their submissions before they hit submit. Suddenly, we were left with many decisions to make in a really short time. Did we need to extend the deadline? Could we still give our entrepreneurs the support they needed? Could we still have the Be Your Own Boss Bowl at all? As a team, we knew the answer had to be yes. Of course, there would be a 22 Be Your Own Boss Bowl. Our students and alumni are entrepreneurs. They're innovators. They're problem solvers. They thrive in the face of obstacles and the challenges that stand in the way of their dreams. In less than 24 hours, the IEI team announced a new extended submission deadline, moved mentoring sessions and office hours online, and began planning for the event we're holding right this very moment. Our very first ever finalist event. 1 week later, our entrepreneurs delivered 74 fantastic submissions. And now, here we are today, not in the way we originally thought, but in a new, exciting format that has expanded our reach to include Temple University students, alumni, and partners from across the country and around the world. Getting there has been a team effort. It's taken a village. So I'd like to take a few minutes to acknowledge those who are part of it. Thank you to Bernie and Marie Spain, and to Steve Charles for funding our prizes. Without your generosity, this opportunity would not be possible for Temple entrepreneurs. Thank you to the deans from the 6 schools represented by our finalists: College of Engineering, College of Liberal Arts, College of Science and Technology, the Fox School of Business and Management, Klein College of Media and Communication, and the School of Sport, Tourism, and Hospitality Management. Your support of entrepreneurship has made it possible for your students and alumni to be competing today. Thank you to our IEI faculty team, Rob McNamee, Alan Kersner, and Carrie Slade, for lending your time and expertise throughout the Be Your Own Boss Bowl process. Thank you to our associate directors, Lindsay Clark and Erin McShay, who handle the many details, large and small, that make an event like this run smoothly. And last but not least, thank you to our 1810 Accelerator Director, Greg Fegley, who's been part of the BYOBB for more than a decade as a volunteer and officially on board with us full-time for 1 year. The guidance you provide to our students and alumni, to our mentors and professional supporters, and internal leadership to keep the many moving parts that are the BYOBB moving forward is appreciated and truly invaluable. It's impossible to imagine the Be Your Own Boss Bowl without Greg. Now, I'd like to tell you about how today's events will work. Our finalists are competing in 3 tracks: the undergraduate track, the upper track, which includes graduate students, alumni, faculty, and staff, and the social impact track. Each track will open with 1-minute elevator pitches from each finalist. Then, Greg will come on to announce the winners in reverse order. Remember, every finalist will take home a cash prize today, and our first place track winners will receive a $20,000 prize each. After all track winners have been announced, we'll reveal this year's $40,000 grand prize winner. Between tracks, you'll hear from Greg about IEI programs, as well as more of the important people and organizations we have to thank for helping us make today possible. After our track winners have been announced, we'll hear from keynote speaker Brian Linton. We'll have a live Q&A session with Brian after his remarks, so be sure to post your questions for him in the YouTube broadcast comment section. Remember, if you're tweeting during the event, to use the hashtag BYOBB 2020. Perhaps most importantly, remember that you can help decide who will take home the $1,000 crowd favorite award. Scan this QR code to access the voting site, and as you watch the competition, choose your favorite and cast your vote. We'll keep voting open until the end of our keynote remarks. And now, on with the show. Before we move into the undergraduate track, it is my sincere pleasure to introduce Temple University Executive Vice President and Provost, Joanne Epps.
Hi, everyone. It's Joanne Epps, Temple Provost. I'm here today to welcome you to this year's Be Your Own Boss Bowl. I'm so sorry that I am sending this from a long distance. One of the best parts of last year was my opportunity to be present for this competition. It's exciting, it's exhilarating, and it really reminds me of what this country needs, which is people who are future thinking, seeing a need and figuring out what they might do to fill that need. And what a better time than this year to remind ourselves of the importance of all this. So thank you so much for being a part of this. I wish the competitors, the judges, the guests a wonderful experience. Go Temple, go Be Your Own Boss Bowl, go Fox, go forth and do good things for the world. Thanks so much.
Steps. Well, it's the time we've all been waiting for. We're ready to start announcing the winners. First up is our undergraduate track. Here's a short video to introduce our 4 finalists.
Just imagine if you can save over 1 million lives in the United States alone per year. Would you do that? Take a breath. Hello everyone, my name is Wali. My team and I are all bioengineering students at Temple University. Our design is based around a procedure that happens for the patient who had a trauma to their chest, such as car accidents, which will result in your lung to collapse. The problem is the accuracy of which physician can place this tube inside the chest cavity. Since they have no guidance, it results in over 360,000 complications and 10,000 deaths every year. The solution is easy. The physician will use our products with the chest tube inside of it to insert it inside the patient. As soon as the device is inside, they're gonna pull the wire to control the chest tube inside the cavity. Our device is an easy, cheap, efficient solution for this problem. Therefore, it will have the ability to achieve worldwide sales. We need your help to get our device to the market. Please, save lives, invest in Tube Escort LLC.
Our watch keeps you warm while jogging. Our watch keeps you cozy in a chilly office. Toastay uses novel infrared technology in a wrist-worn heating device to act as a solution to your cold problems. Toastay targets a $613 million market with promotion pursued through social media. Our operations are performed through e-commerce while being backed up by a strong exit strategy. Our watch will break even in the second quarter of year 3, where the operation income before tax is almost $1 million. Toastay's goals for year 1 involves completing the prototype, filing for patent, and contracting with our providers and manufacturers. Following this, we will select our advisory board, fundraise, and expand the management team. With Gia as CEO, Gavin as marketing and sales, Grace as lead engineer, and Chow as leader of operation, we introduce Toastay to you. Be toasty with Toastay.
Hi, my name is Paul Yu, and I am one of the founders of Wave. Now, there are a significant amount of social media users who are ignored by the dating app market. The popular video sharing app TikTok has recently passed 1 billion users, and the creativity that is shown through this platform is nowhere to be seen in the dating app space. So the idea is simple. We created Wave as a place for fans of video creation to show off their unique talents and personalities. Instead of using these very telling videos to gain social media popularity, why not use them to spark a connection? We've revolutionized a host of popular online dating ideas to transform our app into the ultimate experience. Effortless video editing and virtual dates with friends are just some of the features provided on our platform. And to top it off, we've incentivized watching video ads, giving users access to our entire platform for free.
Everybody, my name is Gabriel Madnick, and this is my company, House of Caesar. It's an early stage mobile app that provides a fresh take on the way we make hair appointments. Users can get on the app and use photos like these when they make a request, and even send that request out to all the available hairstylists in their area. They get back to you with their best price and best availability for your specific appointment. So that means no more being misunderstood, no more having to call a million salons for availability, and no more overpaying. You can even get on the app with friends to share or recommend styles with each other, make a group appointment, or even create a completely new style. But the best part yet is that it's totally free for you to use. So if you're a hairstylist on the app, you get to showcase your portfolio, your reviews, your specialties, and even know exactly what your client wants before they even walk into their salon. So if you want to build your book, keep your chair full, and keep your clients happy 100% of the time, you're going to love House of Caesar. It's just the tip of the month.
All right, may I have the envelope, please? Practicing a little good hygiene. So the winners of the undergraduate track are, in fourth place, Wave. In third place, we have House of Cesar. In second place, the winner is Tube Escort, which means our first place winner of the undergraduate track and the $20,000 cash prize that goes with it is Toast Day. Congratulations, Toast Day.
Thank you, Temple University, for this opportunity.
And congratulations, Toast Day.
Thank you, my team members, Dr. Spence, Greg, and everyone who haven't believed in us. Thank you.
Great job. We often say at the IEI that entrepreneurship needs a home, a central place where students can collaborate on ideas and have access to the mentorship and expertise they need to get their ventures launched. Since the 1810 Accelerator opened this year, more than 300 students and alumni have made it their home. On any given day in the Accelerator, you can find teams working on their startups, student clubs and holding meetings and socials, mentors meeting with entrepreneurs, and workshops or speakers running in the main space. Many of the most high potential Be Your Own Boss Bowl submissions, especially some of the finalists that you see here today, got started and developed their ideas in the 1810 Accelerator. It's a thrill for us to see the impressive progress these teams have made. Now I'd like to thank some very important people who've supported our entrepreneurs and the Be Your Own Boss Bowl by sharing their time and expertise. This year, more than 61 mentors were matched with teams and provided guidance to help them during their submission process. 77 reviewers reviewed submissions to help ensure that every single participant team will receive feedback on their ideas. 12 pitch coaches met with our finalists over the course of 2 days last week to watch their pitches and to give them advice on how to put their best foot forward for their final pitch videos. We thank all of you for your time, your dedication, and your support. And now, let's take a few minutes to meet our upper track finalists.
Hi, I'm Kavin, and I'm the CEO of Consider Code. I'm excited to show you our product Attend, the future of audience engagement. The world is changing fast. Everyone seems to have a smartphone. What if there was a software that could connect us? Make it easy for us to voice our opinions, bring engagement back into education. We've been working really hard at Consider Code to make that happen. Through countless presentations, through hundreds of redesigns, we think we have created something truly magical. Attend is the first software of its kind. When COVID-19 struck, we realized what we had: an app that can help remote workers, a tool for presenters, and a mission to change the way we think about work forever. I'm so happy to share this discovery with you, and I hope you see the value in what we're building. Thank you, and I now present to you the Attend platform.
Hi, I'm Sarah Stanton, the co-founder of SwitchStream, and this is the Smart Hub. It's a portable assistive device helping children with physical disabilities learn, play, and communicate with the world. Let me show you how it works. For someone with limited mobility, these switches are their access to the world. When we were working with children with cerebral palsy, we saw a lot of old products that limited what they could accomplish. That's why we made the Smart Hub. This uses Bluetooth and lets children plug in their switches and control almost anything, including all of these devices. SwitchStream's goal is to improve lives by improving access to technology.
I'm Nick Yarnell, and I'm the founder and CEO of Potestium. Do you ever wonder why you spend money for something and are forced to stand in line just to get what you paid for? You're probably imagining lines at Disney World or a ski resort, and the problem with this lies with crowd management. My knowledge and love for the ski industry has led me to develop a Waze-like interactive trail map to assist ski resorts with crowd management. And with our technology, resorts can select exactly how they want to educate their customers of these congested lift lines through our customizable, weatherproof LCD screens. The screens are supported by our best-run surveillance systems, fully integrated with state-of-the-art artificial intelligence that tracks crowd flow in these congested lift lines and reports real-time information such as lift wait times and your most efficient route. Our system ensures that riders will get their best run each and every time, and that resorts are operating at maximum efficiency. So don't get yourself caught in a situation like this. Come have some fun with Best Run, Potestium's ultimate crowd management system for ski resorts.
Hi everyone, I'm Amanda, Head of Experiences at BikeOut.
And I'm Brian, Head of Creative at BikeOut.
BikeOut provides multi-day trips for people interested in using a bicycle to travel, and our goal is to make bike tourism more accessible to everyone. Our flagship product is an overnight trip which brings together more than 200 people for an intensive weekend bike camping experience. Riders are led along a protected trail to a beautiful farm before enjoying awesome programming and camping out overnight. More than 1,000 people have already attended a BikeOut.
The bike tourism industry currently targets dedicated cyclists, and because of that, they're reaching less than 1% of the consumer market that regularly uses a bicycle. Our vision is that we can grow general consumer interest in bike tourism, tap into a wider marketplace, and become the most recognizable brand in the category. What makes BikeOut so special is the chance to get outside, appreciate nature, and experience something new. Today, our mission feels more important than ever. You can see all of our trips and stories at bikeout.co, and we can't wait to ride with you.
And I have the envelope, please. All right, we have the winners of the upper track. In fourth place, we have BikeOut. Our third place runner-up winner is Potestium. In second place, we have Consider Code, which means our first place winner in the upper track and recipient of the $20,000 cash award that goes with it is SwitchStream.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to the IEI and everyone.
Congratulations, Switchstream. Great job.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you to everyone at the IEI and the Be Your Own Boss Bowl. We are so excited to improve learning in classrooms. Thank you.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
So now I want to take some time and express our gratefulness. I want to express how grateful we are to this year's 2020 Be Your Own Boss Bowl sponsors. In addition to providing financial support that makes the Be Your Own Boss Bowl possible, our sponsors provide professional services to help our entrepreneurs get their ventures off the ground. Supporting students and alumni entrepreneurs is one of the most impactful ways to give back to the Temple community. Our sponsors are an integral part of the quality of the programs we provide. Again, I want to thank Steve Charles and Bernie and Murray Spain for once again providing generous cash prizes. Our funding opportunity sponsors, Mid-Atlantic Diamond Ventures and Robin Hood Ventures. Our professional service sponsors, Friedman LLP, Yorn, and Wisehive. Our production sponsors, Milk Street Marketing and Heavy, for the unbelievable job of putting the live streamed event together. And our service sponsors, featuring Ballard Spar, Amazon Web Services, Bear Crossy, Fresh Labs, KPMG, McCarter and English, Morgan Lewis, NextFab, OpenForge, and RSM. Thank you, everyone. We could not do this without your support. If you'd like to be a partner with the IEI and sponsor a program in the future, please mail us at iei@temple.edu. And now, on to our final track, Social Impact. Once again, let's meet the 4 finalists.
For every ton of animal hide
He's an entrepreneur at the forefront of a hot trend.
Sharks, I'm BYOBB, and today I'm seeking a BYOBB investment in my company, Nebula Media Group. Our mission is simple but powerful. We make the internet accessible to people with disabilities. This company means a lot to me because I have 3 older siblings that have intellectual disabilities.
Wow.
And I saw firsthand how they struggled to use the internet and social media in an effective way. Where other solutions I found were ineffective, I decided to create this company. And today, I'm super excited to show it to you. My solution will not only help people like my siblings, but over 1 billion people worldwide.
My name is Nick Lagnice.
My name's Akansh Jayakumar.
And this is Tip.
And this is Tip.
Tip is an app that simplifies politics for voters. We break down politicians and legislation into familiar-looking profiles and then match users with these profiles. Users can share their opinions on policy and legislation directly to their lawmakers, and lawmakers can share their platforms directly with users. Two-way communication is key.
For every ton of animal hide tanned, 950 kilograms of chemicals and waste are produced. This ends up in our fresh water sources and damages our environment.
Our solution is Bucha Leather. It's plant-based, zero waste, with no added plastics or harmful tanning processes. And check it out. It provides that premium leather-like feel and durability. Utilizing vertical farming techniques, our biochemists have developed a process to create finished biotextiles in just 23 days. After day 18, we separate a thick layer of nanocellulose called a SCOBY from the kombucha tea that it grows in. And at that point, we set it to dry and prepare it for our treatment process. We also keg our kombucha. Our scientists avoid the flaws of other SCOBY leathers by completely chemically transforming the material at a cellular level. And we have patentable results on our process.
Join our mission with the Bucha Leather Zero Waste Textile and create a more sustainable world.
Hey there, I'm Nick, founder and CEO of Basic. Enjoy the video.
We at Basic believe that education should be meaningful to a student's everyday life. That is why Basic offers courses on financial literacy, drugs and alcohol, sexual abuse, and we are the first educational platform to provide lessons on COVID-19. We also believe that learning should be fun, and that is why we capture the attention of every student using engaging animated videos like the one you are watching. Talk about impact? Visual learners and students with an auditory processing disorder love our animated video lessons. To top it off, our story-based drugs and alcohol course helps a student recognize the life-saving steps to take during an emergency. Our engaging sexual abuse lessons get students interested and raise awareness of sensitive and hush-hush topics. Our financial literacy teachings encourage a student to start investing in stocks and bonds for a better future. Basic, the platform for real-life knowledge.
Okay, can I have the envelope, please? So for the winners of the social impact track, in fourth place, we have TIP. Our third place runner-up is Basic. In second place, the winner is Bucha Leather, which means our prize, our first place winner for the social impact track and the $20,000 cash prize that goes with it goes to Nebula Media Group.
Thank you. Thank you to IEI. Thank you to Temple. I'm so excited to be able to make an impact to people with disabilities worldwide. This means the world to me. Thank you.
Congratulations, Will.
Yeah.
That concludes our 2020 finalist tracks, but don't go anywhere. Remember, the voting is open for about another 15 minutes for our $1,000 crowd favorite award. Scan this QR code or visit yorn.com/BYOBB 2020 to cast your vote. Vote now. Before we move on, I'd like to say a special thank you to our 4 judges, Margaret Berger Bradley, Jennifer Dempsey Fox, Patrick Geis, and Eric Hicklin, who watched and evaluated all of our finalist pitches, spent time in virtual meetings with every team asking tough questions, and ultimately chose our winners. And a thank you as well to our auditors, Jim Martin and Jesse Redman from Friedman LLP, who helped us review and tabulate all the scores. Speaking of Be Your Own Boss Bowl winners, here's a short video profile of today's keynote speaker and former winner of the 2008 Be Your Own Boss Bowl.
My name is Brian Linton. I'm the founder of United by Blue. Winning the Be Your Own Boss Bowl gave me a lot of recognition in Philadelphia. It helped introduce me to people that would become investors or would become employees. It also gave me the financial side of things to actually go out and do things that would have a return on investment, so laying the foundation for the company. Winning the Be Your Own Boss Bowl in 2008 gave me that personal sense that what I was doing was or had a chance of success.
Okay, and now I'm happy to introduce our keynote speaker today and the recipient of the 2020 Self-Made and Making Others Award. He's the founder and CEO of United by Blue, Brian Linton. Congratulations and welcome, Brian.
Hi there, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, great. Hi everybody, thank you so much. The award means a lot to me. It's you know, I was at Temple 12 years ago, and fortunately I was able to do this in person when I was a BYOBB finalist. But you know, time flies so fast, and having this award today means the world to me. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So today I wanted to share a little bit about my history, but also with the world changing so fast, I think it's incredibly important to understand it in the context of where we are today. It's amazing how different the world, the business world, and life in general is. And so I think looking at my journey has to be looked at through the context of not only the last 12 years since I won the Be Your Own Boss Bowl in 2008, but also in the context of what's going on right now. So to start, my time at Temple came to an end of a very short college career that I had at Temple. I was at Temple, I transferred in, and in the first and last year at Temple, I was honored to win the Be Your Own Boss Bowl in April of 2008. And so for me, when I look at where the finalists are here today, I see it as a huge opportunity from what I've experienced, and something that I hope both finalists and winners will remember for the rest of their lives. You see, starting a business is one of the most challenging but rewarding things you can ever do. Short of getting married and starting a family, it's the best decision that I ever made. And for those of you thinking about taking the plunge into the volatile and uncertain world of entrepreneurship, you'll probably end up feeling the same. The ideas you have today, though, may not end up being what you pursue or define your success as. But know that they're the start of a journey of constant iteration and pursuit of perfection. Businesses are a living and breathing organism. They can't stay the same. But what I believe to be true is that no matter how many turns you make on your journey, where you end up is fully dependent on the road you traveled to get there, the road that you're on now. So for me, I'm not running the same business that I won the Be Your Own Boss Bowl for 12 years ago. And although I walked entirely away from the idea in the years that followed my win, when I look back on my journey to where I am now, they are eerily similar. So very quickly, I'll explain. You see, I won for an idea called legal organics. And no, legal organics is not what you may be thinking. Keep in mind, this is 2008. It was an idea for a coffee house chain that integrated organic produce, flowers, and coffee roasting all under one roof. It would also serve food and focus on locally sourced and organic ingredients, sort of like a marriage between Starbucks and Whole Foods. Although something you would not be surprised to see today, 12 years ago, this was a rather innovative concept. So nonetheless, I didn't have the capital to pursue it. The prize package actually 12 years ago was not not as generous as the prize package of today, although it was still very good. But what I ended up doing was to continue to focus on my path of selling costume jewelry to retailers, which I was doing at that time. And this is what ended up leading me to start United by Blue in 2010. And what United by Blue is a brand of sustainable apparel and accessories focused on ocean and waterway conservation. For every product that we sell, we remove 1 pound of trash from oceans and waterways across the world through company organized and hosted cleanups. We've used this business model to remove about 3 million pounds of trash across hundreds of cleanups. Again, all company organized and hosted. And the way that we do this is that we partner with our retailers, which we have over 1,000 now globally, and work with them hand in hand to go out to waterways and beaches in need to execute our mission. But the interesting part of all of this is that, we didn't just stop at selling clothing and accessories, although that's what we're largely known for as a brand. Many people in Philadelphia probably know us for our store, which we opened our first one in 2013. And this integrated a coffee shop selling organic coffee. And by 2017, we had another store in University City, and we also outgrew the original location in Old City and decided to open a new flagship location on the corner of 2nd and Race. So for those of you that haven't been there, it's a larger, beautiful location, beautiful store, lots of windows, lots of natural light, and it also has a full kitchen. So between both Philly stores, prior to shutting down for COVID, we were serving about 900 people a day. So how does this all come full circle to BYOBB? Well, 4 weeks ago, in the midst of the retail world shutting down, we converted our flagship store to a marketplace where you can go buy organic produce and other essential items, as well as coffee and prepared foods made from locally sourced and organic ingredients. We might as well change the name while we're at it to League Organics, because when I look at it now, it's like, wow, this was the concept. This is what I built a business plan and won the BYOBB Bowl for. But it's just interesting to see how that journey of entrepreneurship is always progressing. So, it should come as no surprise that although you may not pursue the business plan that you painstakingly developed over the last year and took into the finals of the BYOBB, it's likely to forever live with you in some form. And all that said, as I know it has been for millions of people around the globe, the last 6 weeks has been some of the most challenging, probably actually the most challenging weeks of my career. The impacts to the retail industry have been catastrophic, and there is no end in sight to the carnage. I've experienced everything from shutting down stores to laying off dozens of employees in our tight-knit organization and watching millions of dollars in orders evaporate practically overnight. It's been a roller coaster of emotion and forced me to face challenges I didn't even know existed. And that said, in the last 2 weeks, I've begun to see my business and entrepreneurship in a whole new light. So it should come as no surprise that there is opportunity in this craziness. So with that being said, I'd like to share 3 lessons with examples that I've learned that are more important today, the age of COVID, than ever before. So the first lesson is that chaos breeds opportunity. On March 16th, I remember having a conversation with my older brother who lives in Singapore, and he's also an entrepreneur, about the challenges we both knew lay ahead of us. It's a global issue right now, right? Everybody everywhere are facing the same challenges. And we both agreed that there had to be opportunity for both of us, despite the potential for the imminent collapse of everything we had both spent years building. I remember leaving that conversation thinking, what is the opportunity for UBB? I was scared. I was paralyzed by fear and the reality that I needed to completely change my business and fast. So fast forward about a month, and I've never felt more confident about United by Blue or where we're going. Our web sales are up 300% compared to last year. And yesterday, we just had our single biggest hour of web sales in the history of the company, conducting over 1,100 transactions in 1 hour. So that's 18 transactions per minute, or about 1 every 3 seconds. So for us, this opportunity, and the reason why this has happened, this was identified about 2 weeks ago when our bandana sales, we make a very basic product, nothing exciting, very minor to the line, but those sales started to spike when the CDC recommended face coverings. So building off of this success, seeing that bandanas were doing super well, we developed a line of face masks using dead stock fabric, meaning fabric from like our shirts that we've seen a decreasing demand for. So we had extra fabrics, and we converted that into face masks that have a great sustainability story, and they also are very UBB style. So in addition to helping people protect their health, I'm pleased that we're also able to find a product to sell at a time when people are rapidly changing their spending behavior and frankly spending a lot less on things like apparel. So I'm not saying that face masks are a long-term solution for the challenges UBB is and will face from COVID. And they're certainly not something that everybody should be selling. They're something that fit naturally into our product progression. But it is one of many examples of an opportunity that has come out of a very unfortunate situation. The second lesson is don't imitate, iterate. As with anything in business, it's highly unlikely that you have come up with an idea that is entirely novel. And like you, I've looked at other businesses or ideas and wished that I had done it before them. But now is not the time at all to imitate others. In fact, what others are doing is probably outdated as of about 6 weeks ago. Now is the time to iterate. I believe there is tremendous white space between what businesses were doing before COVID and what the consumer is looking for now. Some businesses will adapt, as I intend for UBB to do, but some businesses will not, and they will fail. You probably wrote your business plan before COVID, I would assume, unless you wrote it really quick. So think long and hard about this. How has the world changed? How has the demand for your service, software, or product changed? If so, don't be delusional to think that 2020 and even 2021 and even 2022 is business as usual. Iterate and change your approach now, and then iterate more. The last lesson that I've taken away from my journey, specifically with what's going on now, is that now is the time to either exit or deepen partnerships. I have never had so many honest, open, and vulnerable conversations with our various business partners than I've had in the last month. Everyone from our manufacturers, our service providers, board members, employees are being incredibly supportive and understand that we are not living in normal times. For us, it's about reducing our expenses, something we should always be trying to do, but generally is not easy to do when the times are good. And it's also about deepening our relationship with partners we know we want to have for the long run, and breaking up with those who we know we don't want to keep around. Now is the time to make these changes. Many people, as you may have heard, are calling COVID the Great Reset. I think this applies to partnerships too. Take a step back, reset partnerships on terms that you couldn't get outside of this time. Ask for the world. You might just get it. So there are lots of lessons to be learned in entrepreneurship. It often parallels the lessons of life, but at the speed of sound. And now in the COVID era, we are all learning at light speed. So thank you again for this awesome award. It really does mean a lot to me. And congratulations to all the finalists. Please pursue a path in entrepreneurship and don't be discouraged by the challenges of the world. Instead, embrace them. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Congratulations again, and thank you for sharing your thoughts with us today. You shared some great advice. I hope our entrepreneurs were listening, not just our finalists, but all the entrepreneurs that are out there in the live audience as well. So I see some questions are coming in from our live audience. How about if we share a couple of those with you now, and maybe you could give us some of your insights on them. All right?
Great. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. All right. So you've been able to talk a little bit about the pivots that you made as a result of COVID. What do you see now that you've implemented these changes? What do you see moving beyond COVID? I mean, I know it's hard to see whether that's going to be 3 months, 6 months, or a year, but are changes you've implemented now that you think you'll stay with on the long term?
Yeah, I mean, I think there is a fun so I'll talk to the retail industry because that's where we exist. But there is a fundamental shift in the distribution strategy for United by Blue and many other brands, and that is that we still don't know exactly when stores are going to open up, or when they do, what exactly the world is going to look like for those stores. There's a lot of estimates that demand will be still, 50% below last year when stores are open. Right now, stores are closed, so it's about 100% below. So the reality is that United by Blue is coming into this, more than half of our business was wholesale distribution. And coming out of it, or right now, about 100% of our business is direct to consumer, and about 0%, or maybe a few percent, is wholesale. So I don't think that we're ever going to get back to a split that we had between D2C and B2B for the business. So fundamentally, the shift for us is connecting with the customer in a way that we weren't necessarily connecting before COVID. And what's been exciting about it, the face mask is just one part of that, is there's just tons of other things that we've done in the last few weeks that have connected with the customer in a way that we really wouldn't have without this crisis. And so that is, I think, the biggest thing for us, is the fundamental shift in the retail industry is leading us to connect with our customer in a much deeper way.
Okay. And so you've already addressed this, but one of the questions that came in said, how have you been able to build brand loyalty and stay competitive in the sustainable business market?
Well, I think, just sort of holistically, then even stepping out of this time period, sustainability is a journey, and it's something that, I started in a dozen years ago, before organic cotton or recycled or anything like that was being spoken about. So for me, it's about a deep history of transparency and authenticity that I think comes across in United by Blue. When you look at it, it doesn't, ever come off as something that is just put together to chase a trend. So I think for me, it's been about the depth and history of who we are and what we do. And I think that also, like, looking back to my early years in entrepreneurship, I was a little bit impatient. I often thought that things should happen a lot quicker. But later on now, I realized the tremendous value in the time and how much time things actually takes. So, like, the stories that were fed in the media and the success stories about the person that started a website and then a year later they were selling it to Google is actually harmful, I think. And for me, sustainability, business, everything is all about time, and it's all about building that history, that reputation, that authenticity for who you are and what the business and brand is as well.
Okay, great. Last one I have is, so again, you may have touched on this, but what advice do you have for finalists here today as they move forward with their ventures?
I mean, I would actually maybe reiterate that, be patient and take this opportunity, take this great reset as a time to really do something different, but not too different that, again, the world's changing, but it's not fundamentally different. It's this white space between where the world was and where the consumer is now. And I think that the biggest piece of advice that I would give the finalists, and I would give even myself in that point, would be that we have to identify that white space, because those that do are going to have outsized returns. And I think that would be everything. That would be what everybody should be focused on right now, is what is that white space?
Okay. Brian, I want to just sum up again and say congratulations on the award. Very deserving, and we're very proud of you. 12 years is a long time, as you've mentioned, but look how far you've come. And it's just great to see your business being as successful as it has been. So I want to thank you again for joining us today, and congratulations on the award.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hi, everyone. Before we continue with our crowd favorite and we get to our grand prize winner, I want to take a few minutes and just thank some people from our own team here at Temple and Fox who have been really, really helpful in making this possible. Without them, we could not have pulled off this virtual Be Your Own Boss Bowl in such a short time. First, I want to thank our communications team at Fox, who have supported us throughout this entire process, helped us make sure we got the word out and that everybody had access to our event, especially Tiffany Sumner, Cynthia Smith, Taylor Tropia, Kelly Sheridan, Steve Orbanek, and Anna Batt. Everything you do for us is so very appreciated. I also want to thank our web team led by Michael England, who have continued to have a quick turnaround for us as we make updates to the website, post our finalist pitches so that you can watch them and vote for your crowd favorite. So thank you again to Michael and his team. I also want to thank our production team from Milk Street and Heavy again, especially Ron Bellman and Dustin Dellinger, who are with us today behind the scenes. Thank you for everything that you've been doing to help us make this possible. You know, as challenging as this whole situation has been, it has really been so very exciting. And without all of you, we could not have done this today. So thank you from all of us on the IEI team. And I think with that said, it's time to announce our crowd favorite award. We've had hundreds and hundreds of votes coming in. And I'm really excited to announce that the winner of our 2020 crowd favorite award and the $1,000 that comes along with it is Toasty. Congratulations, Toasty.
And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the announcement of this year's grand prize winner. May I have the final envelope? Okay, this year's grand prize winner of the 2020 Be Your Own Boss Bowl and the additional $40,000 cash prize that goes along with it, the winner is SwitchStream.
Oh my gosh, not yet. Wow. I'm so excited. Wow. No, it's okay. Thank you so much. Oh man. Wow. Wow. All right, Mom. Thank you. Thank you so much. We are so excited. This is such an amazing opportunity. I'd like to thank our whole team, everyone involved at the Be Your Own Boss Bowl, the IEI, the judges, the sponsors, for recognizing the importance of accessible products. This is really going to make a difference in the lives of these children. We are so excited. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our teammates are here. Team is here. Thank you.
Congratulations, SwitchStream.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We are so excited.
And that's a wrap. Thank you all for coming out to share in our first virtual BYOBB. Please reach out to the finalists if you have contacts or ideas for them. And if you are an entrepreneur, please know that we in the IEI are here for you around the year. Have a good evening, everyone, and thank you.